Hi, let's make some Khari biscuits today. With the same recipe, you can make puff pastries too. So let's begin. The ingredients are all mentioned in the description box below. Let's make the dough first. For that, I have taken 300 grams of Maida, which is sieved, 3-4 teaspoons salt, and 30 grams room temperature butter. I have used Amul butter here. I will now rub the butter into the flour. Keep rubbing the butter into the flour till you get a sand-like texture. By rubbing the butter into the flour before kneading the dough will make the kharis more crispier. You can use the same recipe to make puff pastries. Once the dough holds together into a lump, we will stop, and now we will knead it with some water. I have taken around 200 ml room temperature water, and now I'll be kneading the dough with it. Keep adding the water gradually till you get a nice soft dough. That's enough water I have added. So from 200 ml I still have got a little around 1 or 2 tablespoons of water left. The water quantity will depend on the flour used. Continue kneading it now for around 5 to 6 minutes till you get a nice soft dough. There are other videos too on my channel on how to make puff pastries, and also I have some videos on how to use ready-made puff pastry dough too. Do check them out for some interesting party ideas. This dough is almost ready now. I will just tuck it inside and wrap it into a cloth and keep it to rest for around 15 to 20 minutes. Let it rest at room temperature for around 20 minutes. In the meantime, let us soften some puff margarine. I have taken your Puff Margo. This is easily available in the shops selling bakery accessory items and also available online too. You can take any puff margarine that is available. First, we'll only need to make it a little bit soft. As you see, it is quite tough and hard. I will be just whisking it with a fork to make it a little fluffy. This is the only toughest part of the puff pastry process. Rest of it is very simple, quick and easy. I have taken around 130 grams of puff margarine. You can reduce the amount and take only 100 grams too. The margarine looks nice, soft and fluffy. I'll keep it aside for some time and get back to the dough. After 20 minutes of resting the dough, I will now flatten it and roll it into a long rectangle shape. Use Maida for dusting, and using a large rolling pin, I will roll it into a fine rectangle sheet. I will be listing all the ingredients used today in the description box below. This is a silicone rolling pin. You can use normal balan too to roll the dough. I have finished rolling it into a rectangle which is little lesser than half a centimeter in thickness. This is the puff margarine which we had softened earlier. I will be spreading it all over. There are many puff margarines available online too. You can purchase whichever is convenient and easily available at your place. Today I have used Puff Margo, but I get better results with using lily butter. If you can get hold of lily butter, do use it for better results. I've spread the margarine all over completely. Dust some maida all over it, and then we'll be cutting it into long strips. Cut long strips of various thickness, first from the sides. The next strip should be bigger than the previous one. Just cutting it a little bigger than the previous one. The last center strip will be the biggest and that will be used last. As you can see, the side ones are the smaller one, the little bigger and bigger size. And now let's start rolling it, taking the smaller one and keep rolling it. Continue rolling from where we stop using the next strip and roll it over it. And now use the next little bigger than the previous strip and continue rolling. In this way you will get the layers in a very easy manner. This is the most easiest method of getting nice flaky layers on your puff pastry. All we have to do is continue rolling from the end and starting from the next strip and continue rolling till it's finished. These are going to be all the beautiful layers. And now for the last strip, you can pull a little and stretch it on the sides too, as we have to pack it up completely from the sides. Seal the sides where you can see the layers. That's why we had kept the last strip a bigger one, so we can pack it completely. Just flattening it on the top so that the layers will be on the side. So when we get it back out from the fridge, we know we have to roll the top flat part, making it into a rectangle shape so that there is less wastage when we roll out the dough. I have wetted this napkin and squeezed out the excess water and keep the dough into it. Wrap it nicely so all the sides are covered well. This way you won't get any skin on the dough. Now we'll keep this dough in the fridge for at least 1 hour to get firm. You get flakier puff pastries when the dough is well chilled. I have taken this dough out of the fridge after an hour, and now let's make the kharis. Dust your table with little maida before rolling, as it could get a little bit sticky. The layer sides will be at the side and we'll start rolling from the top. You can make this dough and keep it in the fridge a previous day also, and next day you can start rolling from here and create your puff pastries, kharis or whatever you want from this dough. Rolling the dough into a long rectangle so there is less wastage. I'll be keeping it around 1 centimeter in thickness. If you need more layers in your khari biscuit, you can keep it more than 1 centimeter in thickness. The secret to get more layers into your puff pastry is to roll it thick and keeping the dough chill. Cut the edges out from all the 4 sides of the rectangle. And now cut whatever shape you prefer. I'm cutting it into long strips and then dividing it into smaller pieces. You can use a scale to draw perfect straight lines. As you can see, my lines are not so perfectly straight. You can see how bad my lines are. Should have taken a scale. To get a little brown on top of the kharis, I'll be brushing it all over with some milk. I'll be making some sugar kharis too, which I love a lot. If you want, you can also add some roasted jeera and make some jeera kharis in the same way. I have lined a baking tray with some butter paper, and now I'll be placing the kharis into it. For the rest of these, I'll be just sprinkling it with some sugar. This is normal green tea sugar. Gently dab them so that they do not fall when we lift them up to put them in the tray. To make jeera kharis, in place of sugar, you can just add some roasted jeera and you'll get jeera kharis. You can arrange the kharis in 2 trays too, and while one is being baked, you can keep the other tray into the fridge and then bake it later. This side kharis are the plain ones and this side one is with the sugar. We'll all go into the oven to be baked at 200 degrees centigrade for around 15 to 20 minutes. Bake with both coils on, and if you have the fan mode, you can put that on too. Depending upon your oven, when you can see the light golden brown on top, you can take it out of the oven. Let them cool completely in the same tray before you could pack them and keep them in an airtight box. Let's check the crunchiness of this khari. Enjoy this homemade crunchy sugary khari biscuit with a cup of hot tea. I hope you all like the small tips shared in this video how to make a perfect flaky pastry dough at home. Thanks for watching and please do subscribe. Until we meet again, take care. Bye-bye.